Hello everybody and welcome to another Zwift test. Now in the last Zwift test video I did a poll on what you wanted to see next. Was it wheels or was it TT frames? It was undoubtedly wheels. However, what I didn't realise when I came to test the wheels is just how many wheels there are. There's bloody loads of them. So in the meantime, while I'm still testing all my wheels, here's a video on the fastest time trial bikes. Now, I split the fastest time trial bikes into two different groups. We've got another video coming up for the time trial bikes shortly. But first, this one is the triathlon style time trial bikes. So these frames in this test don't necessarily adhere to the UCI regulations when it comes to designing a time trial bike. In this video, you're going to see lots of different styles of frames. You're going to see bikes with different fairings and stuff like that. And I've got a feeling, right, I've not tested the other group yet, but I've got a feeling that these are going to be the fastest bikes because these are much more kind of prototype bikes where they don't have to worry about putting a fairing here or a fairing there or having a down tube or a cross tube. They can literally do whatever they want. So the 7 bikes in this category are as follows. First up in the test is the Ventum 1. Then we've got the BMC Time Machine 01, I think it is. The Diamondback Andine. We've got the Canyon Speedmax. Now, you'll have to tell me on this one. I think this is more of a road bike, but if you look at the front of the forks, you can see just above them that it's got some sort of like fairing there. So I don't think that this is a straight out and out road time trial bike. This is a triathlon bike, right? Then we've got the Cervelo P5X, we've got the Felt AI, and then we finish off with the Specialized Shiv disc. Again, that Shiv disc, very similar to the Shiv S-Works that we're going to be testing in the other video, but with this one, you got that little, it's either a storage compartment or a little fin at the back that gives it more aerodynamics, I believe. I ain't no Hambini, so who knows what it does, but it obviously gives it some sort of advantage. Anyway, same test conditions as we always do. So 70 kilo rider, 170 centimeters tall, puts out 360 watts continuously. The course we're using is the Tempest Fugit? Tempest Fugit. I don't know what it's called, but it's the time trial course, that horrible new road that they put in. I really don't like it. I rarely ever use it. But it's like 19 kilometers. It's an out and back route, very flat, perfect for testing time trial bikes. What we're going to do also, once we've found the best bike out of this group, put it over the Hilly figure of 8 course on the usual route that we do, just to see how that compares to the rest of the road frames that we've been putting through that test. Don't forget, there's no draft for those road frames. There's no draft for this, as there never is with a time trial bike. So it'll be interesting to see what this bike can do compared to the fastest road bikes. I think they lap it in 40 minutes and 48 seconds, I think is the fastest. I think that's the Tron bike or the S-Works Venge. So we'll compare the fastest bike in this group to that at the end of the video as well. So without further ado, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you stay abreast by hitting that notification bell so you know when we go live with our live streams or our brand new videos drop. Let's get on with the test from 7 down to 1. So in at number 7 here is the Canyon Speedmax. Now, all these bikes throughout this whole test and into the next test have the same aero and weight rating. Aero 4, weight of 1. So the fastest, most aerodynamic bikes you can get on Zwift. This one gets unlocked at level 21. It costs 710,000 drops and it put in a very respectable time. 19 minutes, 36.5 seconds. In 6th place, we have the BMC Time Machine. Same aero, same weight. Price, 781,000 drops. Unlocks level 24. 19 minutes, 36.5 seconds. Puts it in 6th place. And in 5th place, only half a second faster. So with these, I've rounded them down or rounded them up to the nearest half second. It's the Diamondback Andine. Now look at that. With this one, much cheaper than the first 2 bikes in the test, 572,900 drops, unlocks a bit later, level 35, does the Tempest Fugit course, 19 minutes and 36 seconds dead. Next up is a bike I'd never bloody heard of until I got on Zwift. It's the Ventum 1, 482,800 drops, level 31 it unlocks, and it comes in 4th in this test. 19 minutes, 34 seconds. So 2 seconds faster than that Diamondback Andine. All right, top 3 time. In at number 3 is the Specialized Shiv Disc. On the more pricey range of the drop shop, 994,000 drops. Unlocks pretty early on, level 18, and can complete this course. And it can lap the course 3.5 seconds faster than the Ventum 1. 19 minutes, 30.5 seconds. Which, if you were paying attention at the start, you will know that the last 2 bikes are the Cervelo P5X and the Felt AI. Leave your comments down below before I tell you what is next. Do you think it's the Cervelo or do you think it's the Felt? Well, we're going to find out. In at number 2 is the Felt AI. Same price as the Cervelo, which is clearly the fastest out in this test. 1,065,000 drops. The Felt AI unlocks at level 37, completes the course 19 minutes, 29.5 seconds. And it was there was very little in it. As I say, I rounded these up. In at number 1, Cervelo P5X. Same price, 1,065,000 drops. Unlocks way later though. Level 45 it unlocks. 19 minutes and 29 seconds dead. So you can see like there's only half a second in it max, but these have been rounded down, so there's probably less than that in that. It's crazy how much faster that is though compared to that Canyon Speed Max. So there you have it. The fastest time trial bike, the fastest triathlon style time trial bike is a Cervelo P5X. Just over 1 million drops. You got to wait a long time in your Zwift career to actually unlock it, level 45. But once you get there and you unlock it and you've got the fastest wheels on it, it's one of the fastest bikes. But how much faster is it when you compare it to a road bike over that figure of 8 course? I'll tell you what, let's find out. All right, guys, and here it is in all its glory. So bearing in mind, this is a almost 30-kilometer route. It takes in quite a bit of undulation, so there is a bit of climbing. There's around 5 or 6 minutes of climbing. So what we're going to see here, are we going to see a time trial bike just absolutely obliterate those road bikes? Or because it's on a more undulating course, are we going to see those road bikes be just as fast as this time trial bike? I don't know. Before I give you the time, though, let me know, what do you think the time difference is and who do you think is going to have an advantage? I think most of us will think the time trial bike will, but to what degree? If I said a minute, would you be surprised? If I said 1 minute and 10? How about if I said 1 minute and 20 faster than the fastest road bike? That's insane, isn't it? Right, one thing I want to try and do on this channel, but I don't have the capability up here how to work out how to do it. But ideally, what I'd like to try and do is test out the draft capabilities of one of those road bikes and see how much closer it can get to one of these time trial bikes. Because we don't actually know how fast a bike is in a draft. Or if you're in the draft, I guess the question is, how many watts do you save by being on the fastest bike? Because obviously the faster the bike, the less watts you're going to have to put out to actually get to the correct speed of that draft. But how you do that and how you test that, I'm still figuring that out. I have no idea how to do that. If you, like I say, if you know how we can do that, then leave them down below. But I guess you'd have to have a couple of different computers. No, I don't know how to do it. Because what you need to do is take your test offline so you don't have anybody else affecting your draft. As soon as you have other people there, then you're sucking on a bit of draft, then you pass them, and then that draft's over, and then you find someone else. And ideally what you need is someone sat right directly in front of you that can just hold a certain amount of watts. Then you can hold that watts with the software that we've got, and then they can just pull each other around till they finish. So I don't know how we're going to do that, but it's work in progress. It'd be interesting to see if we can actually do that. Coming up next is the road-going versions of these time trial bikes. Can't help thinking that it's going to be a bit of a letdown. I can't help thinking that these bikes aren't going to be as fast as the bikes we've just tested. These are almost prototype bikes, and what we're testing next is essentially a road bike. So if any of these bikes are that much slower, are you going to purchase them? So Canyon Speedmax, for instance, why would you buy that? If you know it's that slow, why would you buy that? You just, I don't know, leave your comments down below. Would you waste your money on a Canyon Speedmax? One, maybe just to have a time trial bike, and two, because it's the bike that you want or that you've got in real life. I don't know. But leave your comments down below, and join us again next time for another Zwift test. Thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you've not done already, hit that notification bell so you know when we go live with our videos, and if you want to become a member of the channel, help support the channel, there's a couple of perks in it for you. You get exclusive content, and we've got some other stuff that we're working on that I think you'll really enjoy once we get it rolling. Anyway, take care. See you soon.